Hi Taurus, welcome into your reading. Sorry I missed you guys last week. I was traveling and there was technical difficulties and I was like, you know what? I don't think it's meant to be. And I just left it like that. I was just like, you know what? When I get back, which is this week, it'll be the right time to submit your video. So we're going to read for the second week of September. We have like 7 planets in retrograde, but I think Venus is finally going direct soon. Thank God, especially for you guys. All right. Preliminary message, 9 of Cups, but it came in sideways as you saw. This is wish fulfillment on a personal level, but it feels challenged. It feels like you're struggling to have your wish fulfillment. Let's see why. All right. So let's go into the second week of September for Taurus, please. What's going on for my Taurus clan? Their situation, please. Eight of Pentacles and Temperance. All right, so some of you guys are kind of just, I don't know if you're laying low, but you're keeping to yourself working on your craft, your hobby. You're working extra, basically. And you're collecting coin, and I don't even think you realize what you're doing. I mean, you know what you're doing, but I mean, you don't realize how much you are adding to your pocket. Aside from that, I think others are noticing you as well. But temperance talks about patience, it talks about balance. And I think you are trying to temper yourself and you're keeping yourself busy at work. I don't know if it's because you're trying to distract yourselves from something or this is just where you are at right now. When I clarify, I'll see why. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to get something off my computer. All right. And at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. So some of you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio female. Others of you, this is talking about your heart chakra being open. Now, let me see what's coming towards my Taurus, please. All right, everything is fine in reverse. And Three of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Okay, I say interesting because it kind of does feel a little bit like you're trying to keep yourselves busy, distract yourselves from something. I don't know if somebody in your world, whether this is you or your partner, your person, there's a resistance to responsibility. What do I mean? Somebody's resisting a commitment. Someone is resisting something within a marriage. Someone is resisting responsibility, like if you go to college or your job or whatever. So you're honing all your energy into this hobby or whatever it is that you like to do or your job or your efforts. You're doing well. You're kicking ass over there in this area, but you're also trying to find balance. The problem is what's coming towards you. Everything is not fine. There's a situation that's kind of like crashing and burning. And I don't know if you're trying to ignore it or whatnot. There's no reconciliation here with somebody, or there's a third party situation gone bad, real bad. And now it's like time to pay the piper. It's like the rooster has come to roost. But I don't know. Let's see. I feel like someone's trying to ignore this. The bottom of the deck, I have Five of Swords. And look at this. This deck, this particular deck, has two Ten of Swords. One is actually the Ten of Swords. The other one says everything is fine. Here, I'll show you. Here they are. But everything is fine is inverted, which means things are not fine. And the Ten of Swords is there. Clearly, it was the sense that I was getting that there was some sort of ending. There was some sort of betrayal. Something has gone in a direction you never expected it would. Okay? And now here you are with the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck needing to make a sacrifice or needing to move on from a certain situation. Because it's kind of like you get in a fight with two of your closest friends. You're correct in your argument, but what did that argument cost you? Your friendship? You get my point. Let's continue. So let's see what else this is talking about, because this is talking about some form of sacrifice or losing something. What doesn't Taurus see coming? kind of weird. I get this feeling like, you know, in the love world, shit is sucking right now. But work is great. Or work is just like onward and upward and status quo kind of thing. But it's Venus retrograde. And in Venus retrograde, we always have an ex, we always have a lover, we always have a dynamic that it's not too clear for us to see through. And then when it goes direct, then we start seeing clearly. Then we start seeing things for what they are. And I feel like this is what's kind of happening here. And I don't know if this is for you or your person, but this is like a clarity bell that just rang. All right, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Wands in reverse, and a King of Cups. So there's the, now here's the king version of the queen when I said Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is a male. However, this for me is also incoming energy. This is your person who, you know, is mature enough to have those difficult conversations. They're going to be honest with you. How they feel, what they want, etc. They're also mature enough to have a relationship. The problem is that I'm seeing here is the lack of communication. The communication is not clear. It's not forthcoming. It's not reciprocal. It's not back and forth as it should be. Three of Pentacles. A lot of you are dealing with third party situation. If you're saying, no, it's not me, apply this to work then. Because 2 3s in my reading is a third party situation, third party interference, third party energy, whether it's at work, family, or love. All right, you guys get it. You're adults, you're discerning, you understand. You're a large audience, so I have to be general for everyone. It's not a private, it would be more specific. Now, with that said, what you don't see coming is this person is trying to collaborate with you. They're trying to work with you, but the communication is poor. It's like struggling. It's like pulling teeth to have this communication, or the communication, it's not clear. It's muddled. Interesting. Let's continue. But this does pertain to a third party situation. And I have lovers at the bottom of the deck, which can either be a business partner or an actual lover. Lover is very profound connection, make no mistake. Gemini energy here. Saggy energy there. And waters with this person here. In any event, lovers, as I always say, is a choice because you have to decide whether you're going to be together or you're not. Me personally, from all the years of doing readings and all the understandings and readings that I have with the lovers card, for me, I've always seen a particular common thread with lovers. It is a profound bond and a connection. Yes, it is an addiction almost to the point where you can't understand how connected you are and why you can't let each other go. But usually in lovers, there's always somebody in the connection that provokes this person from turning their back to the lover because of their external environment. Whether it's you or them, maybe someone's married. Maybe you don't fit the bill. Maybe you're not the right person on paper. But there you are having that profound bond, that connection. Whatever it is, this is what's holding someone or the both of you back from making that choice as a lover or a partnership, a full normal partnership. Like even for business, I'll put it to you in that perspective. Say this is a business partner. Somebody wants to work with you, but you kind of don't trust them because of their history and their past. You're like, yo, the guy knows what he's doing, but I don't know if I trust him. He's been shady in the past. It's like that. But you don't know, so you're not committing. That's the point of lovers. All right, with that said, we're going to clarify and we'll see what's going on here. But this person here that I do see incoming does want to work with you, does want to collaborate with you, is mature enough, can handle a relationship or the responsibility of whatever it is that you need to determine between the two of you. Now, let's see what the advice is here for Taurus, please. Oh, I feel so weird. I haven't done a reading in a month. All the other readings that I had done them back to back to back a month ago because I was traveling. And they were released when I did the readings because I specify in the beginning of the video and I asked Spirit, read for this week for me, please. So that's how they get released like that. But I didn't do one for this past week because I thought I was be back in time. I'm not. So here I am. And it feels weird now to be doing videos on the same day I release them because it feels like the energy is raw. Like I can almost feel it from you guys. Now, the advice is Page of Cups. Another three in reverse. I don't know if somebody here is impatient for waiting, and while the other one of, and I feel like you are patient. I feel like the other person's impatient. But here you are, and it can be flipped, but here you are waiting for something, your ships to come in, and whatever the case is, they're here, and now you have to deal with it. Page of Cups is talking about making a gesture, reaching out, talking, texting. It's small, it's not huge. It's not like, sending paper airplanes through their window. It's just like, a text message like, hey, what's up? And that's the advice. So we'll see when we clarify what else they're trying to say for you to do here. Others of you, this could be talking about just accepting a small gesture. It can also be an apology. Now let's see what the outcome is for the week. I'm hearing onward and upward from your team Taurus. It looks like someone's trying to forget their past or reject the past or not look at the past. It looks like someone here is also ghosting, being shady. It just feels like to me, Taurus, that you're stuck, really stuck. And you're trying to strategize. I don't know whether you're trying to strategize an exit plan. Um, and a lot of it has finances tied up with it too. But here it just feels like somebody is just ghosting because they're getting breadcrumbed or they feel breadcrumbed. You feel breadcrumbed. So if someone's ghosting you and you feel breadcrumbed, this is why, because they're ghosting you and they're trying to leave slowly. But it feels like more to me that you can't make moves because you feel stuck. All right? Because the Knight of Wands is also flaky. It's non-committal. It's in and out. So this is like an affair. This is not committing to a responsibility. This is having fun. Be like, yeah, okay, we'll see what'll happen. That kind of vibe. The Magician. Someone's trying to manifest a certain situation here. Six of Pentacles. If this is work related, somebody here is trying to, you guys are trying to strategize how to make more money or to get a promotion of some kind. Because right now you do feel stuck. And you're trying not to think about your past either. You're trying to be like, okay, onward, upward, let's move on. Let's see what this is trying to say because that's a lot of cards. So when I clarify, I'll be very extra curious to understand why this is the outcome for the week. But I kind of don't like that someone here is ghosting. Interesting. I'm going to throw it out there, and please don't be mad at me because I told you I don't sugarcoat readings as long as you know me, if you're following me. When I see these two cards together in combination, this is an affair. Flat out. This is an affair. This is doing something in the shadows. So if it's not you, it is them. Okay? And if you're feeling breadcrumbed, that is why. But something, again, rejecting a past, trying to manifest a certain situation, but not being able to because you're stuck. All right, it's bothering me not understanding why that's happening to you. You probably know what that means. I don't. But yeah, by the way, someone's doing a little stalky doodle. I don't know if you're stalking them or they're stalking you. Yeah, there's a little bit of a runner chaser situation here. There's a little bit of like unrequited love. And that always happens when there's a third energy. All right, let's see what's going on here. So, once again, because I missed your videos last week, there's an early release of this video. It's going out today as opposed to Saturday because your videos usually go out Saturday mornings, and they will starting next week. But this week, because I missed you last week, they're just going up early today, Friday night. But next Saturday, they'll be going up Saturday morning. Now, with that said, Temperance and Eight of Pentacles, please. Interesting. You know how we have Seven of Swords over here as your outcome? You have Seven of Swords in reverse in your situation, how the week begins. Somebody here gets caught out there. All right? So if there was an affair or if somebody was cheating, you now know, or they know, or someone knows. Everyone knows. Others of you, somebody who ghosted, whether it was you or them, returns back to the scene of the crime. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, because somebody here feels like a partnership, right? They feel like soulmates. And that's why there's a return. So if this is you, Taurus, it's because you feel a connection here with somebody where you feel like they're your soulmate, they're your partner, they're your life partner. And you're working really hard towards that situation or that dynamic, and you're being patient. Others of you, this is you just kind of like working really hard at your job or your craft, and you're being patient while all this other stuff going on in your life pans out or pans through. So let's continue and see what's going on here. What is the Three of Cups in reverse and the Everything is Fine in reverse, which is basically Ten of Swords? Knight of Wands and Page of Cups. There's your Page of Cups. Someone is making an offer with this Knight of Wands. This is your stallion that's coming in as a white knight, but really they're a dark knight. There's somebody here who just wants to have fun. And they're like, hey, I'm sorry that I hurt you. I didn't really want to hurt you. I just, shit's going on in my life, XYZ. And they come back. But there isn't a commitment attached to this, like at all. So the cards are kind of like saying to Taurus, you can engage in this, but beware. This is non-committal. There is no intentions yet for me personally looking at these cards that there will be, or that this cat, meanwhile, somebody here is trying to make it work. I don't know if it's you that's kind of keeping it at bay. Maybe you are just like, I'm going to keep this light and fluffy because I don't know where I stand in my life. I don't know what I want. I don't know which direction I should go into. And I think this is kind of why you're kind of keeping your head down, doing your own thing. You're trying to be patient to see what goes through or what's happening here. Interesting. The devil's always in the details. What is the Three of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Eight of Wands in reverse? Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. When my cards repeat themselves, that's why I use two decks, then I know that the storyline I'm giving you is who I'm supposed to be reading for. Three of Pentacles upright and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Guys, this person here, this King of Cups, they want to work things out with you. They're trying to make things happen. But with this Eight of Wands in reverse, the lack of communication, the lack of action between the two of you is why I'm getting this in reverse. One of the two of you is not making it happen. One of the two of you is not letting this go forward. And you're in this very calculating position right now, Taurus, with this Queen of Swords energy. It's like you've lifted the knife. You're saying, okay, I either cut this out or I put it down and I talk to this person. You're in an analytical mode right now. You're trying to be rational, logical, fair, balanced, honest, but you're struggling because at the end of the day, behind this card, you're looking for a foundation, a commitment. And you're wondering if it can happen with this person. Let's see. Tell me more about this King of Cups, please. Yeah, this is your lover. This is your lover. That's who the King of Cups is. And the Four of Cups in reverse. It's a runner-chaser dynamic. One of the two of you feels like it's unrequited love, but then keeps going back to the scene of the crime. Three of Swords in reverse. This is like healing or mending that broken heart. What's the Page of Cups? There must have been a fight or an argument here for some of you guys, and this is the advice. You obviously don't have to take it, but this is just what the cards are saying. Obviously one of the two of you, You guys got in an argument. You got in a fight. There was something going on between the two of you. One of you was definitely pissed off. And then it put the other person in a position to think of their crossroads. Whether they should move forward from this, stick this through, move on to new horizons, whatever the case may be. That's why you have the Page of Cups here. This is texting or apologizing. Apologizing because there was roadblocks and obstacles and challenges between the two of you. But somebody here needs to discuss this and or apologize if this was a fight. Okay? This will bring you happiness. All right? And then it'll put you in this position where you really need to think clearly, Taurus, which direction you need to go into. And 9 times out of 10, when I see a Two of Wands, that's the new thing. That's the new chapter. That's the new journey. It's not the old thing. It's not the old rag that you've been twisting for years. This is going down a new road, a new path, a new journey. And it's saying like brighter days are ahead. Keep positive. Stay positive. That's why you have the Sun card there. And these are all in your advice position. So, now look at this. The Queen of Cups is in reverse back here. Because right now, you're not yourself emotionally because maybe there was a breakdown. Maybe there was a fight. Maybe there was a collapse. Maybe there was a breakup. And it always hurts when there's like a disconnect with a lover because you and a lover have a profound bond. It's a connection that's like extremely embedded within your souls. Like I said, but the problem with lovers is somebody in their external environment keeps the two of you apart. And naturally, everyone's not going to be their emotional selves when we have this break from this person. It's like, okay, the show's over. It's kind of like me when I was on an airplane coming back from vacation, depressed. I'm kidding. But it really did put my mind in this place where it's like, okay, do I really want to live in the US? Or do I want to move to Europe? Basically, my point to you guys is, especially with the Two of Wands, you're put in a place of perspective. And if you want to make these changes in your life and you want a better direction, you sometimes have to force yourself and put yourself like this guy looking out into the horizon and put a knee up on that rock and be like, really, where is my path? Which direction do I go into? All right, tell me about the outcome. Clarify this whole entire outcome here for Taurus, please. Yeah, that Three of Swords in reverse really wanted to come out. The Knight of Air Swords and the Three of Swords in reverse. 2 Swords cards. And then you. All right, which is the Empress, which is also a Taurus card. All right. Understanding that you feel stuck in a situation because you feel like you're not getting enough, you're getting breadcrumbs. You are strategizing an exit plan or you are ghosting. Others of you are having an affair. But this is not like the be all and end all. You are trying to manifest something here, but you are also rejecting something from your past. Now, with that said, you're rushing along with this Knight of Swords and the Three of Swords in reverse. You're like, I'm not staying in this place of pain and sorrow. I'm moving on with my life to heal myself. But this is some kind of communication that comes in to help speed up that process for you. So someone's going to come in and tell you something that's going to help you along with the process of healing yourself, okay? And at the end of the day, I don't know if this is words of affirmation or someone's empowering you or you just snap out of it yourselves. Because at the bottom of the deck, the Empress being there means you are the be-all and end-all. It's like the Empress and the Emperor are the Alpha and the Omega. It begins and ends with them. Everyone else reports to them. Everyone else is the sandwich in the middle. And something happens to you, Taurus, and you remind yourself of this, right? And then at the bottom behind that is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, no peanuts for me. I want everything. So there's a walking away, all right? And there's a focusing on you. There's a lot of focusing energy on yourselves right now, Taurus. I don't know if you're internalizing shit. I don't know if the Venus retrograde made you collect yourselves to think in a different way. But now that Venus is going direct, there's a lot of self love. A lot. Maybe before it was different. Maybe there was a lot of judging, listening to other people's opinions. I don't know what, but that just gets scrapped. You have this new attitude. And it's so funny because I was just telling Aries this. But this is the same for you too, Taurus. It's like you realize you're a bee, and no friggin' bee is gonna tell a fly why honey is better than shit. Just never. All right, guys, let us see what's going on here for your love situation. Romance angels, what do you see that we don't see, that Taurus and I don't see, other than the cards we just dropped, or what Taurus needs to know as far as their love life is concerned? Calling in your soulmate, which makes a oops, excuse me, which makes a lot of sense, guys. And in the extended, we'll deep dive on this. Obviously, we'll drop some cards here. And look at this at the bottom of the deck, reconciliation, but it's upside down. It's like you're in this funny place right now that it's like you want a soulmate. You want the whole package. And parts of you know that for you to get that in your lives, you've got to scrap your past. That's why you had the Six of Cups in reverse in your outcome. A lot of you are starting to come to that conclusion. And if this hasn't happened for you, it's going to happen because we're reading for the second to third week of September. And now you're going to get the shadow effects of Venus retrograde leaving. So you're going to start feeling this wholesome energy within you. And you're going to be like, look, in order for me to call in my soulmate, I know I got to get rid of some negative, nasty shit from my past or behind me. Even if that is to move forward with this lover or this person, because this person's willing to work with you. This is happening. Your angels are working on it. But there's some things that you need to get off your plate first before it comes in. I mean, at least that's what the cards are saying. So, in the extended, I'll pull one more because I'm curious to see. Plus, in the extended, it's not about you. It's about them. How they feel about you, what they think about you, what their actions are going to be towards you, and then, their intentions, and then what the universe sees happening between the two of you. Oh, let's get, for those of you who don't want the truth or reality, you might want to close your ears for this one. This is my Rebel deck. The little unicorns give us a little grain of truth and reality, even though we might not like it. What do you have to say to Taurus, please? What does Taurus need to hear? Okay. Have you eaten? You act like a big ass baby. That's funny. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. I get hangry too. That just flew to my hands. I'm not going to get it. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I get hangry. And when I get hangry, I'm not thinking clearly. So eat a taco, guys. Could be saying that. Put the fucking phone down. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. It happens all the time. To me too. We all get attached or addicted to our phone, and sometimes it's like, okay, live your life. I was just thinking that about my mother this morning. I was like, Mom, put the phone down. Go talk to someone. Okay, differences and choices. Shit. I want to show you something very interesting in this 54 card deck, which is, this is from the Wisdom House of Night. I will read the cards in a moment. However, you're dealing with somebody that's not like you. They're not going to fit or check off every box on your list. They're just different from you. But them being different doesn't make them better or worse. It's just different. And choices. You could do good or you could do bad. It is up to you. And I will read this one to you. But here's why I thought this was interesting. Out of the whole entire deck, you pick these two cards, which not only have a common thread amongst each other, but look at the black and the white in both these cards, the detailing. One is positive and one is negative. One is black, one is white. You have to understand, to me, this is a yin and a yang. You cannot have one without the other. It's like, we have an angel on one side and then a devil on the other. Or there's two parts of us. We're all different in ourselves. Sometimes there's what we show to the public, and it's another what we are internally. Never forget, this is everybody. So when you're making a choice, you have to make one that's wise, fair, balanced, and honest. And that's why you have these two cards, which I thought was very, very interesting. So let's read choices. Every choice you make has a consequence. Even your thoughts are like magnets, drawing experiences to you for good or for the bad. Do you know the story of the winged immortal angel in the house of night who had to choose between dark and light? Do you know what he chose? Right now, you're being faced with such a choice. All you need to do is ask yourself if this is for your greatest and your highest good. The choice you make will be an important step in your life lessons. Remember, even not deciding is a choice. That's why we get tower cards. What will it be? Choose another card to show what your choices will bring you. And that's probably why you got two cards, because the other card is differences. And that's this. So I'll just read this too, for those of you that are still with me. Choosing the symbol for differences asks that you accept that you will not always agree with everyone and they may not always agree with you. As your goddess, I have seen many things since the beginning of time. Know that the intricate difference between all beings are sacred and good. You must learn to accept that others are not the same as you, and it is important to allow others to express their own opinions. Consider the difference between an orange and an apple. Both are fruit, but they are different kinds. Is one more valuable than the other? I don't think so. All creatures, all beings have a right to their uniqueness. Try and see and hear other people's side if you can. This is like me with this person that I was dating last year, where he was so strung up in his belief and his view that he would not accept the fact that I would say, well, I agree to disagree, and let's leave it at that. I respect your opinion, but let's agree to disagree. He wouldn't even do that. He wouldn't even agree with me to disagree. He's like, no, you're just wrong. And that's what the Five of Swords is. Being right, but at a cost. And you don't want that. You want to avoid that. All right, guys. This is what I have for you. Everyone else that is a member, I'll see you over at the extended.